Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. I have the amazing Pam from Travella's Travel Dynasty with us this morning. Pam, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, first of all, I'm so excited that you're on the beach today. I'm loving that background.
Absolutely. It's
I
a
love
picture
it.
from
Yes,
the
we're living
beach.
the vacation lifestyle, virtual or not,
Yes,
it's all good. But
absolutely.
you're a recent graduate of Careers on Vacation. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I have a new button for that. Hang on. We were putting the confetti. Yay! That's such a big achievement, especially after I know how hard you've worked because I saw it week to week. So I want to congratulate you on all your success and thank you for sharing your story today. So tell everybody where you were before you started your journey with Careers on Vacation and where you are now.
Okay. So before I started my careers on vacation, I was in between a rock and a hard spot. I was affected by COVID. I lost my job and then I got another job making less money. And, it just wasn't really what I wanted to do. So when I turned 50 this year in January, I had like a aha moment.
You're liking
Like,
that.
like what do you want to do for the rest of your life? I am in payroll. I love payroll. I'm really good and I'm certified. But I love it, but it's not what I'm passionate about. And I'm passionate about traveling, and not being able to travel last year was, I don't know, I don't even know what words to put to it, but it was actually devastating because I travel all the time. I use all my vacation. I never leave anything on the books. So I just was looking around trying to book my 50th vacation, and it was really hard to find anybody to book, even reaching out to a couple of agents. Maybe because of COVID, they weren't doing anything. And then I ran across your video. So I watched it, and I watched a few other people's, but you really resonated with me as someone that I could probably learn something from, something valuable. And so that's why I stuck with taking the course. So
I love that. So you had never worked in travel before. You're coming from a
never,
completely different background. And
completely.
tell everybody where you are now, just after 12 weeks.
So just after 12 weeks, I have launched my company. I've actually done videos, which was my biggest thing, which we could talk about later. But so I've launched my business. I actually have booked and they've paid and finalized my first trip to Mexico, which will get me some really good commission because I sold them insurance and upscaled it a little bit, and for things they wanted to do for relaxing. And so I've got a lot of things in place. I've got a lot of activity now, people inquiring. They paid my planning fee. They paid that without question.
Yay! That's a big one, even for experienced
Yeah.
agents, right? Who don't know how to do that yet. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna go back. If one will pay, they're gonna all pay, or they're gonna have to work with someone else. I also did not take someone because I didn't think that they were on the up and up who
Mm,
inquired. So I had my little, I'm suspicious anyways by nature, probably being in the payroll finance industry. So those horns just kind of stuck up, and I kind of played along a little bit, but I'm like, okay, well, you need to do this and you need to get on my calendar, and this is how I operate. And then well, I just want to do it ASAP. Can't you just do it? I says, okay, so this is how I work. And if this doesn't
love
work for
it.
you, I'm sure another agent will be able to help you.
Pam, I love that because we always on these case studies we have sales that happen for graduation, which kudos I mean that's amazing. Businesses that get launched in 12 weeks. We've heard the stuff on case studies, but I love that you brought up protecting yourself because we have some of that in the content, which is here's the
Mhm.
things to watch out for. Make sure these are red flags. Make sure you're protecting your business. So
Yep.
I think that maybe the first time that came up in a case study, but I always say it's like the questions you don't know to ask when you have a new
Mhm.
business. Like if you were new at payroll, there's 10 things that you don't know to
Yes,
ask that can get you in trouble. If you're new in this business, I guarantee you there's more than 10 things you don't even know to ask. So I
absolutely.
love that you were prepared when that potential liability popped up in your business and you knew how to
Mhm.
handle it and you just kept moving to the next one. Kudos to
Yep,
that.
absolutely.
What do you feel like's been your biggest win or celebration since taking Careers on Vacation?
Definitely my biggest win has been putting myself, well, on the video. I'll
Mm.
just say that. Taking video, I was like, what else can I do to market? Because I don't
You
want
caught
to,
me on
that's
that.
not my
You
thing.
caught me on it. Do you remember? You're like, do
Yes.
I At the very beginning, I was
Very beginning,
I'll hold your
I
hand.
was like not even doing it. And I'm like, what? All I do is snap pictures and post on social media. So like even social media, I was like, and I would say like all throughout, and then I would have highs and lows, and with the social media, and but at the very end, and Christine, she's awesome. I mean, she's so calm. Like I'm like, aren't you like, I'm like this, and she's like, okay, and then you can do this and that. She's just so calm. I'm like freaking out. She just sticks it all in stride, and so she's awesome as a mentor. And she really kind of at the end, kind of was like, okay, I was trying to post every day, and she's like, I didn't do that, and you don't have to do that. And she's like, let's schedule you and certain things. And so, when she kind of really got me out of my own way, as you tell me, enough is enough. That's another thing that I'll never forget. But I have it down, and it's fun. It's fun now. It wasn't fun before. I was like stressed about the social media stuff and videos and whatever. And so she
Because you
really,
had to
really
work,
helped
you
me.
had to work past that block, right? That was a
Yeah.
thing that you didn't want to do. We had to
Yep.
like, I'm going to nudge you outside your comfort zone and show you what this
Yes.
can do for your business. And then it
Yes.
does change once you, right? And then it becomes
Right.
like you get past that, I can do it. And oh my gosh, I did
Mm-hmm.
do it. And oh, it equaled this. And then it
Mm-hmm.
feels different. And then it becomes fun or
Yeah.
easy or a step towards, more success.
Exactly. Exactly.
And Christine, guys, is one of our amazing mentors and coaches inside the program. Everyone gets assigned a private coach as you go through the program, which is another reason why our program can't really compare to those out there, because we really take a more hands-on approach. So when Pam was feeling those things, she could be like, Christine.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
love
I
that.
was
I love it.
definitely. And I do want to say too, to whoever's watching the video, you are not like untouchable. Honestly, you reach out to people, you comment on people's posts that they do in the Facebook group. You are very active for someone who, is running the show, if you will. Up here, you definitely come down and meet the people where they're at. And so that's rare. Not a lot of people, they talk about it, or you might see videos of them, but it's not a video of you. It's you personally will answer or respond to people's comments in Facebook, and that's very valuable. It was valuable to me.
Absolutely. You get access to me in this program. We actually had a sign up from France of all places this morning. They're like, "You mean I get to get on a call with Cyndi?" Like they just couldn't believe it. I'm like, that's my favorite part of the week, is to get in and support and interact. And
Mm-hmm.
I like, let me get you guys on the elevator and take you up with me. That's the whole goal of
Mm-hmm.
this process, right? So I will always be involved, to some degree. And yes, we put more support and we have more tools and more resources for you guys, but
Right.
that is my favorite time to show up and say, what can I do for you? How can I support you? What can we do? And yeah, we have a support group that goes Monday through Friday, and I'm in there just like the rest of the coaches. I just checked it before we got on this call, and I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
check it 2 more times today, because
Yeah.
you guys are paying us to do that. That's the type of support that you get. So I love that you brought that up. I
Mm-hmm.
forget to answer that one, because a lot of people just think, oh, I see Cyndi on these hundreds of whatever, but you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to get to, or they make an assumption, I'm not going to get to work with her. No, you actually get to
Right.
work with me, and I can't wait to work with you if you're thinking about it. But Pam, talk to me about mindset. How did the
Mm-hmm.
mindset that we have integrated in the program, how did that impact you either in your life or business?
Both. And I want to say it started with your life, because and Brendan, he's so good at it. I remember having my call with him, and I was just at my wit's end, and I was very negative, and he was just like, so who says you have to be perfect, and who says you have to do this? And I'm like, well, that's the way I was. I'm a military father, and that's just the way it is. And he's like, so who says that now? You're not in the military, you're grown. Why does it have to be like right now? Like everything doesn't have to be right now because you say it has to be right now and has to be perfect. And who's determining perfect? I mean, he really gave me a good lashing that I needed, because my daughter overheard
Challenging those limiting beliefs. Yep, I love it.
the call, because it was a video, and she, when we were done, she's like, who was that? Because you really needed that, mom.
Mm.
So it's important. And I really take it like, someone else was on the call saying affirmations, like there's an app So for like $20 a year, I have this app and it reminds me, and I can pick different ones that I want to, be minded or about. And it all day long from 8:30 to 8:30, I get affirmation reminders on my watch, on my phone. And, I say them out loud. I have signs around my little office area, just, and it really works because I can see now when I'm talking to other people, they'll be more negative and I'll pop up with a positive comment, or I'll say like an affirmation to them. And I have actually encouraged 2 other people who were doing some type of business or wanted to, and they were discouraged.
It's working, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, you're literally reprogramming, trying to eradicate those limiting beliefs and introduce new beliefs. And it's not something you do once or twice or even 100 times. It's an ongoing process. Every time
every day
pops up, it's having those tools to go back and go, wait a second, why am I working through? Why is this a roadblock for me? And what new belief can I adopt to kind of work past that? I love that.
Definitely.
The fact that you're encouraging others, that's amazing.
Yep. So that was great.
Talk to me, Pam, about when you first found us. Did you have any challenges before you decided to work with us? What was that process once you found us and you were watching videos online? You're like, who are all these people? What was that process like for you personally? Is there anything you had to overcome before you started with COV?
Yeah. So the fear that a failure, or is it going to work, or I'm certified. I've been in payroll for 25 years. Yeah, there's new stuff coming, but I have no problem. I can walk in a payroll job and I'm going to get it. Like, I'm going to pick up, I don't have fear of starting payroll jobs. This being my own business and what I wanted, which is to be free to do what I want, spend time with my grandkids, vacation all the time, and just have my freedom. And you don't have that working for somebody else. So it was fear of, am I going to make it? Am I going to be able to afford my life? Am I, going to be good at it? I don't know what to do. And can I pay for it was the other part. And so I thought about it and I was just I go, you know what? I'm just going to jump in and I'm going to charge it on my credit card, I'll pay for it little by little. Well, then I think the next day I signed up and I called Christine. I go, don't hit my credit card. It was over the weekend. And I go, I know you're probably not going to get this. I go, but I'm going to pay cash. So, the Lord had worked out a way where I could pay cash for it. And so then I knew this was what I was supposed to do because he made it a way and I don't have to put on my credit card. So I just knew it was meant for me to be.
And I always say, when you take a step forward, a big leap of faith towards the path you're supposed to be on, the universe will rise up. And you get a huge discount if you do. We have payment plans, guys, to make it easy for you guys, but you get $1,000 off if you do. So that's what Pam is talking about. She's like, not only am I going to be able to pay it, I'm going to save this extra money. Yay me. This is a clear sign from God, universe, wherever, right? I love that. And that's the thing. And we've had clients who put it on a credit card. We've had clients who do the payment plan. But the other thing is too, and Pam saw this in the mastermind, is you don't have to wait to sell. Pam was a little bit more of a perfectionist. I think she'll agree with me. She wanted everything, which is perfect. You can do either way. We support you either way. But some people were selling 3-4 into the mastermind because this is an earn while you learn program.
Yes.
So I love that.
Yeah, there were definitely a few people that were in my group. Definitely, probably most of them, I was probably the only one that was laid back a little bit, but you're right. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, although good enough is good enough. So I practice that every day.
I love it. And there's nothing wrong with either way. It's because you want to have a comfort level. It's your baby and everybody has a different rollout schedule. So our job that's the thing that's unique. If you're like Pam, we're going to meet you where you are. If you're like the person who wants to go, and how fast can I sell? We're going to meet you where you are. Everyone has a different philosophy and a different idea about how they want to run their business and roll it out. That's why this can never be, to get the results you get out of this program, it can never be a cookie cutter program. It's never going to be a series of videos that we sell people. It has to be that hands-on approach to get each client the results that they're looking for individually. So Pam, what would you say to that person who's out there and has probably watched 50 of these videos like you have, and they're like, oh, I feel like I need this, or I feel like this is the thing, but they're on the fence about getting started? What would you say to that person?
Just do it.
And this is coming from the second guessing, fear of failure, all of those pieces. But why should they do it, Pam? Why should they pick our program?
Oh, your program is very thorough. For one, it gives you information from, like, if you wanted to actually do an LLC or don't. I came in with my LLC, so that's the part. But it tells you from that point on. It gives you different ideas, examples about your business part, and then it goes into teaching you and learning about travel. If you've never sold travel, it's very helpful if you've never sold, because you don't know what you don't know. I've only traveled, and I know stuff now that I didn't know then, and I'm like, wow, I should have wished I knew that. So it's just informative. It's a lot of information. You have access to it forever, because I've gone back, and many people go back and look at stuff, because when you're going through the program, you're building, you're growing, and you're learning, and sometimes you don't catch what you don't catch all the way. So I think that the information is valuable. I think the access to the coaches, I think the mentor is, top notch. My mentor was awesome. And I think also having the Facebook groups, and the way now how you set it up between new people or certain modules and then the later modules, I think that works really good, because if you're new, you're going to be coming up on these things. But if you're over here in the later end, you're hearing stuff and you're like, can I do this? So I think that, I just encourage you, like, life is really short. You're not promised anything. So just, have hope, love, and peace. It's just really what I think people should just go for it. Just live your life.
I love it. Yeah, 2020 was a year of reflection for so many, and
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right. And what you said at the top of the interview was like, I didn't know, like I was feeling frustration, like I can't go anywhere. Even if I wanted to go somewhere, I couldn't go somewhere. That doesn't feel good. And so for those travelers at heart who are like, you know what, I want to maybe dedicate my life to travel. I want to maybe do this, because who knows what next year will bring, and the next year and the next year. So kudos, Pam, on leaning in, being open to the coaching, working past those blocks, and having this amazing success that you're having now. And guys, listen, if you are out there like Pam was, she started this in the middle of the pandemic, the shutdown, when all the chips were down. It is a much easier decision, as Pam will attest to, all of the travels, coming back, and we have, and there's lots of activity. It was a much harder decision for Pam to make this decision. Here she is having an amazing case study, even though she started in the toughest of times. So if you're thinking about it, I want to encourage you to go over to careersonvacation.com, or I'm going to give you a link here in just a second where you can apply for the program. But this is an ASTA affiliated travel program. You're going to get all of our training, all of our support that Pam was talking about. You're also going to get to work with my amazing team. This is the same team that took my business from multiple six figures a year to multiple six figures a month, you guys. So you get access to work with the same team. So we're sharing all of our tips, and we are the most reviewed program in the travel industry. So if you're really serious about it, reach out to us at careersonvacation.com /ready now. And you're just going to have a discovery call. We're just going to, just like we did with Pam, we're going to understand what your goals are and if we can help you. If it is a match to work together, then we will talk to you about how to apply for the program. And if not, we're still going to give you some helpful tips and on whatever you're working on, and send you on your way. Pam, was the discovery process helpful for you, or weird in any way, or salesy in any way?
No, it's just like, hey, what do you want to do? What are you trying to do? And, just kind of listening to you, and then kind of giving feedback on, here's where I think you would fit within our program. Here's a couple of paths, and this is the path I think you should be, on, and feel like you can really do it. Things like, no, but it wasn't salesy. It was just like, what is it that you're trying to do? And see if we can help you.
Matching with those custom goals based on where you are. Well, Pam, congratulations again. It's been just a joy to have you in the mastermind. You're not going far. You're just hopping over to our grad group. So we're going to see you're part of the family now. You're part of the community. And that's the other beautiful thing about our process is we never really say goodbye. We exit out of the day-to-day support, but you still have access to the grad. So we'll see you over in the grad group. I'm your cheerleader for life. And thanks for sharing your story today.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Bye, Pam.
Bye.
Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.